In the name of Allah, the most gracious, most merciful. Hello everyone, this is Dr. Tariq Masood. Thank you very much for watching my videos and your exceptional support to make this channel a grand success. We are a partner. Please subscribe and share our channel if you haven't done so far. We as a team can convert challenges into opportunities and opportunities into success stories. These success stories can be monetized into value addition. Thank you very much again. Okay, today I'm going to discuss lecture number 3, the mentor or leader within a team model, visionary approach, strategic thinking, authority, decisions making, and developing future. Before my lecture, I used to read a Quranic verse, Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli rabbi zidni ilma. Okay, as discussed earlier, today I'm going to give you brief about lecture number 3. So what is lecture number 3? Basically, a mentor leader, visionary approach, strategic thinking, authority, decisions making, developing a future, knowledge sharing, collaboration. Okay, what we demonstrated in lecture number 3 here: knowledge sharing and collaboration, promote, develop for the future, influence and improve the decisions making, drive strategic and technical innovation. In my lecture number 1, what we have discussed? We have discussed a technical and commercial knowledge sharing, collaborations, promote, develop a future, drive strategies, technical and commercial innovations. Then we have also discussed influence and improves technical and commercial decisions making process, technical commercial leadership behavior. We have also discussed a different approach to world of work as far as the leader is concerned. Then we also discussed 6 principles of influence, decisions making, collaboration, discussions, and 6 thinking hats. On lecture number 2, we have discussed influence style of leaders and its preparedness. Then we have also discussed what are the 6 influence: liking, reciprocity, social proof, consistency, authority, scarcity, etc. Then we have also discussed decision-making process, anchor and escalation commitment. We have also discussed collaborative decision-making and discussions, and 6 thinking hat. Okay, on my next lecture, I'm going to discuss key takeaway points from lecture number 3, and then we will run a complete trail on lecture number 3. Okay, the mentor leader. Key takeaway points on the mentor leader, lecture number 3. Okay, now first we will demonstrate recap lecture number 1 and 2 here, and then we will discuss relating to a conscientious style of leadership and preparedness, 6 principles of influence: liking, reciprocity, social proof, consistency, authority, scarcity. Then we will also discuss biases in decisions making, attributions, and group thinking. Then number 5 will discuss collaborative discussions and decisions, and number 6 a 6 thinking hat. On my next slide, I will run a complete trail on lecture number 1 and 2, and later on we will discuss conscientious style of leader, principle of influence, decisions making, collaborative discussions, and 6 thinking hats. Okay, now I'm going to discuss my mentor or leader visionary approach from bottom to top, or we can say from mid sides. First the staff members here, from here the leader authority. So that is top down guidance. So the role models and leaders within the company, mentor leader within a team, which you are going to discuss today. Now, if you can see on my right hand sides, promote development of future technical and commercial leadership aspects. On left hand side, facilitates technical and commercial knowledge sharing and collaborations. Okay, now we will discuss both sides. First, what is a collaborative team? Creates a collaborative team efforts by effectively utilizing the experience, expertise, and perspectives of other technical and commercial disciplines So that is first how collaborative team can perform. On second, individual's commitment. Inspire individual commitment, P2P collaboration and structured a teamwork. That is number 2. Okay, number 3, champion a teams. What is that? Proactively champions team accomplishments and integration of results into broader technical and commercial solution. Okay, number 4 here, effective relationship. What is effective relationship? Maintains effective external relationship across functional and organization boundaries to achieve a business results. Last over here, knowledge sharing. Sponsors knowledge sharing and continuing education sessions in cooperations with other disciplines. So that is how the first attempt facilitates technical and commercial knowledge sharing. That is first aspects as we discuss on left hand side. Now what is the right hand side here? Provide guidance first. Okay, what is the guidance here? Mentor others informally to provide guidance and constructive feedback coaching. Number 2 here, identify opportunities. Identifies opportunity to develop and demonstrate leadership capabilities for technical and commercial staff. Number 3 here, take ownership. Sets an example by demonstrating and encouraging others to take ownership for technical and commercial work products. Number 4, assess, understand. Assess and understand the broader consequences of recommendation and actions. Number last here, inspires others. Inspire others by examples as a role model for effective technical and commercial leadership. So that is how my right hand side promote developing of future technical and commercial leaderships. Now on my further I can do the same pattern here, the staff members here, then this is my top down guidance here, this is my role model within the team company, and this is my mentor and leader within the team. Okay, now as discussed in my earlier slide, it is my facilitate technical and commercial knowledge sharing collaborations here, and left hand side and right hand side promote development future of technical commercials. Okay, first I'll discuss critical thinking. Okay, encourage use of sound technical, critical thinking, creativity and adaptability to drive improvements in the work process and technology. Number 2, drive innovations here. Okay, integrates technical expertise, industry knowledge and sound business judgment in driving innovation and exploitations. Number 3 here, reduction uncertainty. Encourage management of risk and reduction of uncertainty. Emphasize timely assessment and full communication. Number 4 here, ensure the solutions. Ensure that solutions are based on the sound and proven technologies while recognizing that limitations in the current technology may require innovative longer term of solutions. Or last year, achieve the influence. Use multiple approach to achieve influence within the matrix organizations as we have demonstrated in the middle chart. Okay, on right hand side, first I'll lead the teams here. Lead a team's 2 resources, efficient development of technical and commercial products and recommendations. And number 2 here, influence decisions here. Influences decisions making about direct or formal authority by clearing communications of complex technical and commercial subject matters. And number 3 here, so the communication levels uncertainty here. So they communicate the level of uncertainty and consequences of alternate scenarios when making technical and commercial recommendations. Number 4 here, logic and ensure quality. Test results for sound technology, consistent methods and logic to ensure quality technical and commercial product in support of the decisions making. And last, to fit decisions at hand or fit for the purpose, leads team in the adaptations and improvement of technical and commercial process to fit the decisions at hand or decision making process. That is how a mentor, a leader within a team deliver the required results. Okay, my next slide here. So, okay, as discussed earlier in my last lecture, so leadership behavior to be more effective may be good at first facilitating knowledge, sharing collaborations. Number 2, developing a future, a technical and commercial leadership, driving innovations and exploitations. And number 4, influencing and improving decision-making process. These are the 4 pillars which will be more effective as far as the leadership behavior is concerned. Okay, yesterday or lecture number 1 we have discussed conflict, challenging status quo results. What is basically conflict? Just a recap, addressing conflict directly. And number 2, establish a challenging standard and expectations. Okay, then status quo here, questioning the status quo, driving the closure and results. That is which we discussed in lecture number 1. Now today what we will discuss are being services, generating, so that oriented and sportive, listening and counseling. That is second here. First, being services mean oriented and sportives. Okay, then providing stability and considering how change will impact others. That is number 3. And number 4, relationship. So what is a relationship? Basically building relationship and seeking consensus. So that is how 4 pillars are constituted into being services, listening, stability and relationship. Now in the second leg, what we discussed yesterday, enthusiasms, motivational, encouraging and articulate. What is enthusiasm? Okay, generating enthusiasms first here to be more effective. Motivational, creating a motivational environment to all team members. Number 4, encouraging here, so encouraging a new perspectives. And number 4, articulate here, so what being articulate and making contents. So that is how these all 4 second legs are demonstrated. So into next year, what is the diplomacies? First, diplomacy and providing detailed informations. First here, leg number 2. And in leg number 2 here, in number 3, seeking knowledge, providing detailed feedback, and being inquisitive and persistent. Number last, critical thinking to making decisions. So that is our leadership behavior to be more effective may be good at facilitating knowledge, developing future technical and commercial leadership, driving innovation and exploitations. Number 4 pillar, influencing and improving. Each pillar constituted are 2 legs which we have discussed: conflict, being services, enthusiasm, diplomacy, challenging, listening, status quo, stability, motivational, seeking, encouraging, acquisites, result, relationship, articulate and critical. So on my next lecture we will further discuss its leg number 3 and leg number 4. Okay, leadership behavior. So in leadership behavior, what we demonstrated may be need at a different. What must they do it? First, facilitating knowledge and sharing a collaboration, number 1. Developing a future technical and commercial leadership, driving innovation and exploitations, influencing and improving decision making process. Okay, first, what is recognize? Okay, basically recognize that they need others. That's important. And second step, strength. What type of strength they need? Appreciate others' strength and to demonstrate a maximum capacity. And number 3 here, avoid rushings, appreciate, pace themselves and avoid rushing to actions. And number 4 here, deliberate. What do you mean deliberate? Research facts and deliberate more before deciding. Okay, in the second layer here, first seek facts here. Focus more on seeking facts on different aspects. Number 2, realistics, how to become realistic in order to achieve the objective, be more realistic in their assessment of others. Number 4 here, focused, stay focused on the task at hand and to achieve what you planned. And number 4 here, established, establish priority and deadlines in order to achieve desired results. So that is how maybe need at first, facilitating knowledge. Number 2, developing future technical commercial leadership, driving innovation and exploitations. Number 4, influencing and improving decision making process. Okay, in my lecture number 4 we will discuss further in detail maybe need at leadership behavior to be more effective. Okay, leader dominance style here. What leader dominance style? Okay, try to first make communication brief to the point first here, then show your competency here, and then next is respect their need for autonomy. Okay, first here, make communication brief to the point, respect their need for complete autonomy here, and then be clear about the rules and expectations and let them initiate what they have a plan. Okay, then show your competency, stick to the topic here, show the independence, eliminate time wasters in order to deliver the results. Okay, be prepared for that. First, blunt and demanding approach, you should have it to deliver what you have planned. Okay, lack of empathy, must deliver, must not have a lack of empathy, lack of sensitivity, lack of empathy, and little social interactions. So that must be eradicated when you have to deliver as far as the leadership dominance is concerned. Okay, leadership relating to the influence style. Try to what? First here, first we will demonstrate. So approach, sociable, feeling, conversations, details, recognition, humorous, accomplishments. What is approach basically first here? So a way of dealing with situation or problem solving, come to close to situation to resolve the issues. Sociable here, what is it? Willing to talk and engage in activity with other peoples and in a friendly environments. A feeling here, absolutely an emotional state of reaction, showing emotional sensitivity in order to address issues or to convince the people. And conversations here, to engage the people or talk, especially an informal one between two or more peoples in which news and ideas are exchanged between the how the conversation can be demonstrated within leadership relating to the influence style. And number 5 here, a detail. What is basically comprehensive assign someone to understand a particular task. Now after that, recognitions here. So any appreciation or claim of the achievement services or ability to demonstrate how the person is performing. So humorous, that's important, the quality of being amusing or comic, especially as expressed in the literature or the speech during the discussions to make people more friendly. And number here, accomplishments here. So life story, that something that has been achieved successfully as per the different concern or different orders of concerns within the leadership relating to influence styles. Okay, now next is preparedness. Be prepared for this. For the first is the attempt. So make an effort to achieve or complete a different task here. Second is limelight here, very important. So the focus on the public intention or to be in the center of public intention, that is how the people are behaving, overestimating here. So the overestimating, form too high or favorable or estimate of someone or behavior. So the next is the idea here, or thought or suggestion as to be possible course of action to be implemented, and then the rejections, the dismissing or refusing of a proposal or idea, the action or spawning a person's affections. That is how rejection is demonstrated here. So that is our key elements how for your preparedness and try to approach sociable feeling, conversation details, recognition, homage, and accomplishment as far as the leadership relative influence style is concerned. These are 8 segments which demonstrate how leader influence style behave as far as the leadership is concerned. Okay, in my last 2 slides, we have discussed relating to dominant style of leadership and relating to influence style of leadership. So these are both styles we have discussed lecture number 1 and 2. Today we are going to discuss leadership style relating to conscious styles, which are going to discuss today lecture number 3. So first it demonstrates what we are supposed to try. Okay, first we have to try here the expectation. What expectation basically leadership is looking for. Okay, the expectation demonstrate give a clear expectation and deadlines in order to achieve what you have planned to do it. So then is a dependability. So trustworthy and reliability. Show dependability as maximum as you can. Then second it should be loyalty. So show loyalty. Then it also demonstrates tactful, what's supposed to be tactful and emotionally reserved. Okay, then precedent, what is that? So allow precedent to be guided properly. Then a precise, be precise and focus to achieve the objective. Then it demonstrates the emotional behavior characterized by the intense feeling when you have the task, when the objective to achieve. And then focused here. So what as he mentioned here, when you have the focused here, so to achieve your objective as maximum as you planned. Okay, now on my next over here, be prepared for the first is the ambiguity. First here's the what is the ambiguity here. So the discomfort with ambiguity. If there is a problem which you are unable to achieve, then there is a resistance here. What is basically resistance to vague or the general information which you are not able to achieve it. Okay, then what is the desire here? Desire to double check what you plan to have it in order to achieve the results. And the last here, little need. What is the little need? Basically little need to affiliate with the other people's how the things happen. This is the what the leadership style relating to a conscious styles. So what we have tried: expectation, dependability, loyalty, tactful, precedent, precise, emotional, and focused. So that is how our conscious style of leadership behaving. Okay, influence a 6 guided principle as far as the leadership is concerned. Okay, first liking here, reciprocity, social proofs, consistency, authority, scarcity. So that is 6 guided principle as far as the influence is concerned. Yesterday we talked about what is uncovered. Basically uncover real similarity, for example education, work, history, interest, and so on, to create bonds, as we discussed earlier. Elicit desired behaviors, what it demonstrates from others by displaying it first. Number 3 is provide testimony here. Provide testimony from satisfied colleagues or customers. That is how it demonstrates as far as the 6 guided rules are concerned. Okay, then what is the consistency? When someone agree, when someone else agree with your position or interest, acknowledge or restate their agreement. Okay, then number 5th here, expose your expertise. Expose your expertise, don't assume it is self-evident. So highly uniqueness benefits, what you benefit can, highly unique benefits and exclusion that you can provide. These are 8 segments we discussed earlier in my lecture number 1. Today what we're going to have the complement. The first, what is basically the complement here? Offers a genuine praise and compliments, number 1. Number 2, organization here. What is basically describe how your organization has supported, helped, or collaborated with the other parties, and how your organization can support, help, or collaborate going forward. Okay, number 3 is speak up. Ask respected colleagues or team members who supports your approach to speak up for it at the team meeting. Number fourth here, disagreement. So in disagreement, it also demonstrates in different ways here. So use don't emphasize, that is part of consistency. Don't emphasize the others' disagreement here by giving them a room to change their position without appearing to be inconsistent. Okay, next is a number fifth here is opportunities as far the authorities concerns. Use informal conversation as an opportunity to, in a subtle and not a boastful way, establish your expertise by touching light or your relevant experience as a natural part of the sociable exchange. Okay, last year, stand to lose here. What is basically frame offered in terms of what people stand to lose if they don't act on the informations. This is how influence a six-guided principle as far as the leadership style is concerned. Meant a leadership style is concerned. Okay, on my next slide. Okay, decisions making narrative. In my lecture number 1 and 2, we have discussed ambiguity effect. Then we discuss conformity. What is ambiguity effect? What preference of options that have a known probability of success over options for which success is uncertain? And what is the ambiguity? Mitigations consider payoff for each alternatives if probability were equal. Okay, then we discuss conformity here. So what is conformity demonstrated? Tendency to gather and rely on the information that affirms your views and to avoid or downplay information that discomfort our views. Okay, so that is what mitigation plan we have discussed. Then what is mitigation plan for the discomfortably? Mitigations document why initial assumptions could be wrong, appoint a devil's advocate. Okay, then we discuss anchor first. What is basically what preference anchor? Allowing initial reference point to distort our estimate using improper anchor or analogs. Then we have discussed mitigations, make people aware of the anchor effect and encourage them to consider decisions with no anchor. Okay, then we discuss escalations commitment here. Escalating commitment to a course of action to which we have invested significant amount of money, time and other resources. And then we set up the escalation, mitigation alternative courses of action should be evaluated by future cost and benefits, not sunk cost. Okay, today, lecture number 3, we are going to focus on attributions. First, attribution, and then we'll set up what is our target and what is the preference in order to achieve it. So what is the first attributions as far as the preference is concerned? Ascribing the cause of an event or pattern to any unknown factor that is confusing and correlating and acquisitions. So that is what preferences demanding for the attributions. Then group thinking here, then it's again what group thinking have the preferences here. Decide for harmony and group cohesiveness. Stiffness, alternatives and criticism, decisions made quickly. Okay, then we will discuss their mitigation plan. First, attribution mitigation plan. Consider all of the situational and alternative factors that could have caused outcome to occur. Okay, then what is group thinking here? Mitigation here. So encourage critical evaluation of all assumptions and decisions. Use a breakout session to divide a group, appoints a devil's advocate. So that is how group thinking can demonstrate and its mitigation plan. In my lecture number 4 and 5, we'll discuss overconfidence, status quo, sampling, and wishful thinking in my next lecture. So on next slide, we are going to conclude our presentation with 6 thinking hat and its narratives. Okay, first over here, as mentioned earlier, to open the matter, open the issue here, and that is open the matter. Then what we have to do, diverge. Okay, then explore or emerge the activities, what is diverge and activities, and then converge and close the issue here. Okay, first open. Okay, So principally unfold or be unfolded a spread of the issues, what is the problem. Okay, then what you have to divergent here tends to be different or develop a different direction and theories and hypotheses to diverge the issue. Okay, then emergent or explore the opportunities in the process of coming into being or becoming a prominent in order to make decision to achieve desired results, that is emergent process. Okay, then to go for a convergent to implement what you're supposed to, approaching definite limit as per the terms as added to the conclusions. So that is what convergent demonstrate, where we are and by adding the limits or solutions, and then later stage to resolve the issues or close or conclude the problem. If we go down, so first what we have to do, act 1, so then act 2 here and act 3 here. First set the stage, as we have discussed, used to mean that conditions have been made right for something to happen or what happened is likely to be. Then examine, inspect someone things thoroughly in order to determine their nature or condition as proposed in the achievement. First is you have to set a stage, then examine, and last here the conclude and where you stand. So over here the end of the finish or event, process and plan after achieving required results, objective or goals. Okay, now further we discuss here or develop themes here, an idea that recalls in the prevails as a work or the art of. So that is first a develop themes here, then explore the opportunity available, and then make the decision where we can stand, how to implement. On lecture number 3 we will discuss input ideas, experiments and actions, required action in order to implement what you have planned as per the collaborative discussions and decisions are concerns. Okay, now we will discuss further what is yes and concept. Okay, basically first build a strong team. Okay, now you have to build a strong team which demonstrate your capability and capacity. First, earn a trust from your peers and learn by understanding and using yes and how it's thing happen. Then next way, yes and no, it's further processed here, strengthens communication skill, shows engagements, builds relationship level status, resolves conflict, and creates a safe environment to share ideas, concerns, questions, and comments openly and without inhibitions. So if it's happened, certainly you can imagine a 5 minutes conversations about an idea where no one says yes but ... Mean you have a people who can have the idea, but how you will develop a team, a strong team, in order to demonstrate the idea, in order to conclude the issues. Okay. Okay, now I'm going to discuss thinking narrative 6 heads. First, I'm going to discuss here factual data and informations as far as a thinking head is concerned here. Okay, so first, what is the problem to be solved? What is information available? What information is missing? How can missing information can be obtained? That is first what is demonstrated. White hat. Okay, now what is the yellow hat demonstrating? Opportunities, benefit and positivities here. Okay, what is a yellow hat demonstrate? Optimistic assessment, potential benefits, changes that would result in improvement, constructive statements. That is how yellow hat demonstrate its capacity and capabilities. Number 3 here, challenges. So that is black hat. So challenges, cautious, negatives. So harsh assessment, challenges, why certain things cannot be done, economic limitations. Okay, number 4 here, a red hat, gut feeling, intuitions and gut feelings here. So the first Hunches about what a solution might look like, intuitions on the plausibility of various approaches. That is how it demonstrates as far as the gut feeling is concerned, or the red hat. Next is the green hat here, alternate approaches, creativity and growth, alternative approaches, creativity improvement, analogies. That is how the green hat demonstrate. Last here, so the yellow hat, process control, what were the key points to be discussed, what should be the next steps. So that is how the mental leader demonstrate as far as visionary approach, strategic thinking, authority, decisions making, developing a future, knowledge and collaborations are concerned as for the mental leaders. So thank you very much for your precious time to make this channel a grand success, and everything make be possible in your presence or your precious time. Thank you very much again. Okay, in my last slide here, we're going to conclude here. Bottom line, target must be simple and challengeable. So very simple. So when your target are simple and challengeable, you can do it. Number 2, thoughts must be, what is the thought must be? Poor and positive in order to achieve your targets or goals or challenges. Life, bottom lines, life always become paradise, meaningful and beautiful. That is how the things can happen. So target must be simple and challengeable, thoughts must be pure and positive, life always become paradise, meaningful and beautiful. Thank you very much for your precious time to make everything possible. On my lecture number 3 and 4, we will further discuss our mental leader capacity and capabilities. Thank you very much again. Please don't hesitate to send me your feedback and comments t.masood.dr@bath.edu. Thank you very much. Stay safe, stay inspired, stay blessed. Thank you very much again.